So you got the acceptance that you've been waiting for, and now you don't know which school to choose. Here are 4 things I think that you should ask before accepting your offer into medical school. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna email all of the students that you met during your interviews, and you're gonna send them all invites for either a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting where you guys can just talk a little bit more about the school, or if they're not available via Zoom or Teams Meet or what have you, send them an email of these 4 questions. The first question that you're going to ask, if the school offers a team-based learning within their curriculum, you're going to ask them to describe the format of that team-based learning. How many students are in each team for the team-based learning? How is it structured? Are there questions that you all have to answer prior to the learning exercise? How is it graded? These questions about their curriculum are important because who better than you to know what will work for your learning style? And I get it. Even if you go into medical school, sometimes you have this idea of how you're going to learn, but it quickly changes once you get into everything. That's completely normal. However, given everything that you've known so far about yourself, you should be able to take the information that they give you and see how you can apply it to how you best learn so that you can have your best chance of doing well at medical school. The second thing that you're going to ask is how many mental health days do you guys get? You're also going to ask how they're incorporated. Some schools give mental health days and some not as much. I think it's very important that you know this going in so that you know how to budget your time best. The third question that you're going to ask is how often are exams given? Some schools give them every 2 weeks, some every 3 weeks. I've known also some schools to give them at the end of the entire block, which could be 6 to 8 weeks. I think this is important for you to know going in because, again, you're going to know what works best for your learning style. You've probably heard at this point that medical school is like drinking out of a fire hose. And when they say that, they essentially just mean that the information isn't difficult that you're going to need to learn. However, what is difficult is the volume and the pace at which you're going to be required to learn this information, because it's not difficult. It's really just the volume and how quick and fast it comes at you and how quickly you must be able to adapt. It takes a lot of mental energy. I'm not going to hold you, but it's definitely something that I wish that I would have asked during interview cycle. I am a longitudinal learner. I learn by doing things for long periods of time. Either way, I think you'll do fine. But again, I think that these are questions that you would greatly benefit from having asked prior to, because you set your expectations, you know? And then the last question is honestly just me being me, but I would ask how many classes are mandatory. A lot of schools have adapted a little bit more of a hybrid approach to medical school, especially since COVID. However, I think it's nice knowing going in how many times or how often you're going to be required to go to an 8 a.m. lecture. Anyway, that's just more so a stickler for me. I think it's nice going in to know how much or how often you're going to be required to be on campus, especially when there are so many third-party resources. Anyways, that's my take. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if it helps.